Greetings, everyone! Wow, it has been like a million years since I've done anything. Well, I'm back! Yay! So I figured what better way to start things off and start to get back into the swing of things than do a whole string of update videos. Yeah, because I picked up a lot of stuff over the course of, well, whenever I did my last update videos, which I think was back in the middle of October. So it's now the middle of December, and yeah. So so we got the rest of October, we got all of November, and then December to cover here. Honestly, I didn't get a ton of DVDs and Blu-rays over the past couple months. I was kind of focusing on some other things. As most of you will know, I of course got the graphics card upgrade for the computer. That was a good chunk of what would have otherwise been my DVD Blu-ray purchasing budget. And then of course it's Christmas, so I've been buying a lot of stuff for Christmas. But you know, I always do find time for me in there somewhere. So I did pick up a few things, so let's check them out. DVD Blu-ray update time today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so first up, this is a kind of a double dip, actually, because I do have this on Blu-ray, but I really wanted to get it with the slipcover, because this particular collection, I've been getting all of them with the slipcovers, and this is one of the earlier ones where the slipcover is actually kind of rare. The DC Universe animated movie of Wonder Woman. Check that out. Nice and shiny and rainbowy. Even the back is embossed. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is something you do not see very often. Usually it's just the front. But in this case, the front and the back are embossed, as is the spines. So this is a very nice slipcover. It just so happened HMV had one in stock. That's also where I got the Batman Superman Public Enemies slipcover again. They just happened to have one in stock, so I was like, okay, mine. On eBay, this goes for like stupid money, like around $60 or so. I think I got it for like 15 at HMV, brand new factory sealed. So can't complain about that. As for my non-slip-covered one, well, that's basically going to Rosie, so she can have that for her collection. So we'll both have it. So there you go. Next up, this is basically an upgrade. I've had the DVD for quite some time. I love this movie. Really wanted to get the Blu-ray, so saw it on sale. I think it was like the 2 for $20 deal at HMV. Picked up Duel, which is Steven Spielberg's first feature film. He had been doing a lot of television at the time. This was actually originally a TV movie. This is the theatrical cut, which has some additional footage that was not in the TV version. And not an eco case. Very nice. So, great suspense movie, basically about a guy on a road trip, starts getting terrorized by this mysterious, rusty old semi-trailer that just is trying to kill him, basically. And it's about him trying to get away from this mysterious semi-trailer, find out who it is, what he wants, what's going on, and just try to survive. It's a really great suspense movie, basically an hour-and-a-half long chase, which is just so freaking intense, man. It is such a damn good movie. Love it. So, next up, this is one that, boy, have we ever been waiting a long time for this one. For the Godzilla fans out there, picked up Godzilla 1984, aka The Return of Godzilla. Now, you may know this as Godzilla 1985, which was the American edit, redub, Raymond Burrified version. That version is not included on here. This is the original uncut Japanese version, which we've never had over here before, and the sort of officially sanctioned Toho English dub, which goes by the title of Godzilla 1984. So, yeah, no word on if we're ever going to get the Raymond Burr version. It's basically only ever been released on VHS over here, but it's really nice to finally have the uncut version of this, which I've never seen. I've only ever seen the Raymond Burr version, so really looking forward to checking this one out. Very cool indeed. Next up, I've had the DVD of this for ages. This is one of my all-time favorite low-budget sci-fi horror movies. Scared the crap out of me as a kid. Now I enjoy it for the low-budget cheese fest that it is. We have The Alien Factor. Now, this is the wide release. There was a limited edition release, which is basically identical to this. The only difference being is it was autographed by George Stover, who was one of the stars of it, and kind of a cult favorite actor as well. He's done a lot of movies over the years. So anyway, the autographed edition sold out pretty quick. I think there was only like 100 copies out there. It was a really limited edition. Immediately went out of print and was fetching stupid money. I was like, ah, damn it, I missed out on the Alien Factor Blu-ray. Then they re-released it. Skinslip, bless his soul, pointed out, it's like, hey, Sean, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a re-release of the Alien Factor. It's only like $20, and I was like, score. So this was my Amazon gift card purchase 1 week, or 1 month, I guess. And yeah, I love it. My only complaint about that is the movie was originally 4:3 full frame. This has been cropped to 16:9, basically. That said, it's been very carefully cropped so as not to remove anything significant. A lot of care was done. It appears to have been basically done on a shot-by-shot basis. So this was clearly done with a lot of care, and presents as close to a theatrical presentation of it as you will ever see. And it's got lots of nice little special features as well, and some pretty rad disc art. So there you go. Anyway, I love this movie. It's not a good movie by any stretch, but what it is it's fun. It's a fun, low-budget sci-fi horror flick, and it will always hold a special place in my heart. Next up, as you know, I really enjoyed the first two. Had to pick up the third one. Got The Purge, election year. And some people have commented, hey, Sean, why do you put The Purge in your horror section? Because it's horror. It's certainly not a romantic comedy. Like, where else am I going to put it? And don't say action, because it's not strictly an action movie. Rambo and Die Hard, this ain't. I consider the whole concept very horrific. And a lot of the things that happen and that people are seen to do to each other in these movies is horrific. It is horror. Okay, so the Purge movies will always go in my horror section. And speaking of which, this was kind of a late Halloween season purchase. I just moved this over a smidge, knocking everything off. There we go. So this is part of the late Halloween purchases. Next up, wanted to get some Halloween specials in the collection. This one, you're not going to believe this, I've never seen this. I still haven't got around to watching it, but I love the Christmas specials by this company, and I love Thundercats, which was also by this company. We have the feature-length Halloween Spooktacular Mad Monster Party. Yeah, there you go, on Blu-ray, no less. So, yeah, really looking forward to checking this one out. It's actually a dual format edition. But, yeah, for whatever reason, I've never ever seen this. I don't know why. I don't know if it just didn't air in my area or what the deal was, but I didn't even know this existed until just a few years ago. And I was like, what? Wait a minute, Rankin Bass did a Halloween special? Like a feature-length Halloween special in claymation with Boris Karloff and featuring all the classic monsters in claymation form? Awesome. Now, next up, this is a Halloween special that I do remember. I used to watch this pretty much every year. I haven't seen it in probably 30 years, so definitely looking forward to seeing it again. We have Gilda Radner as the witch in Witch's Night Out. Basically, a witch basically decides to have some Halloween fun with some local kiddies and stuff like that. And this is a Mill Creek release. It has a whole bunch of other stuff on it, too. Bonus content includes a Witch's Night Out comic book. I'm guessing it's a digital comic book. Bonus cartoons. You got Casper the Friendly Ghost. There's Good Booze Tonight, The Friendly Ghost, and Boo Moon. Felix the Cat, Skulls and Skulls, S-C-U-L-L-S. Hoppity Hooper, Ghost. Space Angel, The Ghost Crystal Mace. Popeye the Sailor Man, Spooky Swabs. The New Three Stooges, Mummy's Boys. And Meanie, Miny, and Mo, House of Magic. So basically just some classic shorts from the public domain archives there. But obviously, Witch's Night Out is the real star here. This DVD is like $5, if not less. So definitely worth it for some spooky Halloween fun that's suitable for the kiddies. Alrighty, so next up I picked up some TV shows for the Sci-Fi collection, a few old faves, and, well, actually one old favorite, one I've been meaning to check out for ages, and one that I didn't even know existed until recently. So first up, I enjoyed the movie. I've talked about it before. I really wanted to check out the live-action TV series. This has been my after-work viewing lately. I'd watch like an episode or two with dinner, and really enjoying it. Sadly, it only lasted 14 episodes, not even a full season. But we have the complete series of Logan's Run. This is a 1970s series. When was it? 1976? 77. It was 77, 78. So, yeah, I would have been like 5 when this was originally on, so I did not see it. I didn't even hear about Logan's Run until I was, maybe around 12. My mom had the novel, and it wasn't until several years later that I actually saw the movie. So the novel had like an 8-page insert of color photos from the movie, so I would look at that all the time. And I never actually ended up reading the novel either. There is a trilogy of novels, apparently. Like, the original author did 3 Logan books. There's like there's Logan's Run, Logan's World, and Logan's Search, I think, are the 3. There's been comic books. I know Marvel had a short-lived comic book series, of which I have a few issues. There were some comic books done more recently, which adapted, I think, all of the books, or did some new adventures or something like that. I didn't really look too deeply into it. And of course there was the live action TV series from 1977-78. Really enjoying this a lot, actually. It's good 70s sci-fi. Really digging it. So it also features Donald Moffat, who you may know as Gary from The Thing, as Rem, who is an android that they meet up with, and he's kind of like a Spock / Data type character. He's more emotional than those characters, but he's kind of the general all-purpose handyman, help them deal with anything involving computers or security systems character. A lot of fun there. Next up, this one is definitely an old favorite. I used to watch this on YTV back in 1989, 1990. When I first moved to Selkirk, Manitoba, and YTV was showing this, and I'd never heard of it. I tuned in. It was like I think the second last episode was the first episode I ever saw of this. Really enjoyed it a lot. Sadly, it was canceled before. It was based on a trilogy of novels. They were adapting one novel per season, and sadly, it was canceled after season 2, so they never actually finished it. So we have the complete series of The Tripods. It's a BBC serialized science fiction saga from 1985, 84 to 85. Yeah, so 2 series, one broadcast in 84, one broadcast in 85. This kind of filled the gap at the time left by Doctor Who that went on hiatus around that time. So yeah, I really like this show a lot, and as soon as I got it, I just watched it from beginning to end, essentially just kind of marathoned it over the course of a few days. I love this series. I love the books that it's based on. I just think it's a great, sci-fi story. I'm not going to talk too much about it now because I'm going to do some kind of spotlight video about it where I talk about it more in depth. But suffice to say, one of my all-time favorite British science fiction shows, and a hugely inspirational one for me as well. I've talked about my own science fiction saga that I've been developing over the years, and The Tripods was a big inspiration for that. In particular, just sort of the serialized nature of it and whatnot, and just some of the concepts in there I thought were really cool, and provided a lot of inspiration for me to develop my own science fiction saga. I should mention also, this is a Region 2 set. It has never been actually released over here in Region 1 land. So as all of my Region 1 Region free DVD players are broken or dead or just crap in some way, I basically just watch this on my computer. That's what I do with most of my Region 2 stuff. I'll just watch it on the computer. Alrighty, so last but most certainly not least, I've been wanting to get this series for so long. They released them all on VHS. I wanted to get those. I never did. They released a complete series set of this on Laserdisc. Wanted that. Never got it. They released a complete series set of it on DVD. Wanted that. It was cheap. Could have afforded it easily. Impulse purchase buy. Never got it. So finally, and then there was an episode of this that was on another set of the series this connects to, in high definition. It was on Blu-ray in high definition. I was like, oh, wait a minute. They have film prints for this show? They could do a Blu-ray release? So I put off the DVD in the hopes they do a Blu-ray release. They finally have. I'm, of course, talking about Star Trek, the animated series. All 22 glorious episodes, this beautiful collector's edition, all remastered from the original 35mm film prints. One of the few Filmation shows that actually still has the original film prints in existence. But wonderful, wonderful stuff. We got collector's cards in there. We got Blu-rays. It's on, I think, 3 discs. But, yeah, great set. And there's some extras on here as well. They got some few commentaries and some behind-the-scenes stuff and whatnot. Now, I don't care what anybody says. As far as I'm concerned, this is canon. This is years 4 and 5. Even though it's 22 episodes, it's basically the length of one season. It was actually spread over 2 seasons. I think there was one season of 16 episodes and then a 6-episode season after that. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is years 4 and 5 of the 5-year mission. Done. I mean, it has the entire cast of the original series minus Walter Koenig for some reason doing the voices of the characters. Yet Walter Koenig actually writes an episode, so it's not like he was uninvolved with the series. Why didn't they have Chekhov in it? Come on, it's Chekhov. Anyway, glad to finally be able to see this. The episode in question I was talking about was More Tribbles, More Troubles, and it was on the Star Trek Original Series Season 2 Blu-ray set. And ever since seeing that, and it was in high definition, I was just like, I wonder if they're going to release a Blu-ray of the set. So here it is, at long last, on Blu-ray. So there you go. So that is it for the DVD and Blu-ray updates. Like I said, not a ton of stuff considering the span of time. Most of my Blu-ray purchases in recent months were around Halloween, of course, where I was just loading up on horror movies and stuff. But yeah, I usually get a few gift cards and whatnot for Christmas. So depending what kind of gift cards we get, I'll probably grab some more stuff around, but I do have Boxing Day off this month, well, yes, this year. I actually got Christmas through till Boxing Day off, so that'll be fun. Finally get to spend actual real Christmas Day with Rosie, so that's gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah, so some pretty cool stuff. Alrighty, that is it for this update. Quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors, especially Kyle Pellegrini, of course, my highest level sponsor. You rock, dude. And I'll see all of you next time. So until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.